Game week 5, the Premier League. It's a big one. Liverpool Everton, the Merseyside Derby. It's the early kickoff. Liverpool, as you'd expect, top of the league, flawless record, played for, won for. They are the champions and they've spent a lot of money. Have they played well yet this season? I don't think so. But they've got the results. This is the sign of champions, right? Everton, they're having a decent season. They're 6th in the league. It's only 4 games, but they're 6th in the league and they haven't lost in the last 3. These are good results. David Moyes are making Everton a tougher team to play. This is why they brought him in, or brought him back. He knows this fixture. He knows this league. He knows this club. And bringing in Jack Grealish has brought a bit of creativity that perhaps they've been lacking the last few seasons. They've scored 5. Grealish has assisted in 4 of them. So keep an eye on him Saturday. He might be a handful for Liverpool. He's got a point to prove. In his mind, he should be playing in the highest level fixtures every week. He'll have a bee in his bonnet. He's got a lot to prove, especially in the World Cup year. He'll be wanting to break into the England team. Jack Grealish, great player to watch. Doing good things at Everton. Good signing. Liverpool would be well aware of his threat. Now, let's just have a quick look. Yeah, Liverpool have won 4. You expect them to win 4. And they've had some tough games. Bournemouth, not an easy fixture. Bournemouth are a great team this season. They've only lost once, and that was at Anfield. Not an easy place to go. Liverpool had to work hard for that win. They did concede 2. They then go to Newcastle and concede another 2 and score in the 100th minute. It's not a great Newcastle side, but St James's Park is not an easy place to go. They had to score 3 goals to win it. They left it to the last kick of the game virtually. Now, yes, Liverpool's defences look vulnerable, but bear in mind the last 2 games they've kept clean sheets, and one of those was Arsenal. Yeah, it was at home. Arsenal had a lot of chances on corners and they were pressing Liverpool early doors, but Liverpool held on, and the sign of a champion team, a good team, is to win these games, and they did. They won 1-0. Great free kick. We've all seen it. So Bosley, very, very good free kick to bury Arsenal. And then they scraped through a 1-0 win against Burnley away. Just one of those games. They just needed to win it, and they did. 3 points. So maximum points. Questions about their defence? Yes. Are they playing really well? No. Can Everton go there and cause an upset? Well, the bookies don't think so. They've got Liverpool firm favourites. They don't give Everton much of a chance at all. Let's just have a quick look at Everton's fixtures. They lost to Leeds at Ellen Road, first game of the season. It was a Monday night game, not easy. They lost that. They put a line in the sand. They moved on and they won their next 2. A great result against Brighton. Keeping a clean sheet against Brighton is not easy. Everton did that at home. Yeah, it was in their new stadium, but they still had to win it, right? Grealish assisting 2 goals in that game. They then go to Wolves. Now, Wolves are having a dire season so far. They're rock bottom. They can't buy a win. But Everton went there. They dug in. They won 3-2. Again, Grealish with 2 assists in that game, taking his tally to 4. Their most recent game, which was a home game, it was against Villa. It was a 0-0 draw. On paper, drawing with Villa, nothing wrong with that. However, Villa haven't scored this season. Aston Villa have scored 0 goals. They're second bottom, just above Wolves. However, you still have to get the result. You can't take liberties against Aston Villa because then they will beat you. So, a decent result. Everton have had a mixed bag, but if you'd asked an Everton fan after 4 games, you'll be 6th above Manchester City and 1 place below Chelsea, 1 point below Chelsea, they would have taken it. They're only 2 points off of Arsenal, who are having a great season according to everybody, you see. So not bad at all. David Moyes is bringing back good days to Everton. It's good to see. Everton, a big club. The Premier League needs these big clubs playing well. Now, if we look at the head-to-head, which is very important because you know some teams, they love playing at certain grounds. They hate playing at other grounds. This information is important, although we won't ever base our decision solely on head-to-head results, especially historical ones. But Liverpool have won the last 4 at Anfield, and Everton haven't conceded a single goal. The last time Everton won was back in 2021. Since then, Liverpool have kept 4 clean sheets, and they like to win 1-0 and 2-0 and see who's injured. So for Everton, we already see Branthwaite is injured. He's a big player. He's a big player for Everton. He's a very important player. However, will David Moyes be able to compensate? Will he have a plan for this? You bet he will. They're not going to go to Anfield and be wide open. They're going to be defensively sound. They're going to try and keep Liverpool frustrated as long as possible. However, as we said earlier, they cannot afford to go to Anfield and sit back for a 0-0 because it just does not happen. They're going to need to come out the blocks and try and score a goal. So this could be a key missing player for Everton. This is their best defender potentially, and he's missing. Liverpool are only missing Curtis Jones. I'm sure Isaac won't start the game. However, he may. But you wouldn't put Jones down as one of their first 11. He's a good player. He's an important squad player, but he's not going to change the outcome of the Liverpool-Everton game, whether he starts or not with the squad they've got. They've definitely got enough coverage to not worry so much about Curtis Jones. However, they'll be happy when he returns. He's coming back towards the end of the month. Is it going to affect this fixture? I don't think it's going to have as much of an impact on Liverpool as Branthwaite has on Everton. So this is real important. We keep this in mind. So let's just summarise. It's a derby game. Everton know they will need to come and score to get any kind of result. Liverpool at home are normally formidable. They've won 2 out of 2 this season. No one goes to Anfield and takes liberties. It's a very hard place to go to. We know that. Everton have not got a good record at Anfield generally anyway. However, Liverpool are playing in Europe this week. They've got a tough game against Atletico Madrid, whereas Everton have got a week to prepare. So will Everton be more fresh, more prepared for this game? Probably. Will Liverpool be a bit tired? Yeah, probably. But they do have a squad that can cope with these kind of situations. Hence the reason they splashed out so much money in the transfer market. It's not new territory for Slot and Liverpool to play twice in a week. Both teams have got EFL Cup fixtures after the Merseyside Derby. Everton play Wolves and Liverpool play Southampton. I don't know how seriously either of these teams are going to take the competition, but my guess would be Liverpool will probably heavily rotate for the Southampton game. That's my guess. They will be fully focused on the Everton game. They will not be distracted at all by playing in the EFL Cup, in my opinion. Liverpool's defence has been shaky, however it's improved in the last couple of games. This gives Everton some sort of confidence. They can go and get a goal. Will Isaac start in this game? Or are they still bedding him into the team, getting him fit? He missed pre-season, don't forget. How will Liverpool deal with Jack Grealish? This is a big question. 4 assists in 4 games. They're going to have to keep an eye on Jack Grealish. He'll be down that left-hand side. So Boslai's been playing right back for Liverpool. He's not a right back, although he's performed very well there. That's going to be an interesting key battle. I see Grealish causing some problems this weekend. So, evaluating and summarising all of that information, my prediction would be Liverpool are going to score more than 1 goal. I don't see them scoring 4 or 5, but I see them scoring more than 1 goal. But I do think Everton will turn up to score themselves. So it feels like a 2-1, maybe 3-1. So my prediction would be both teams to score and a Liverpool home win. The price for that is 2.9. And I would say Liverpool will win this game 3-1.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and drop your score prediction in the comments below. I'll pin one before kickoff. See you in the next match preview.